don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is fakeness.
if you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up. up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind, I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it, I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind, I gotta make it. I'm saving every day to taste it, I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages, a vacant modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Redline Racing Network. Finally, after 118, now 19 gut-wrenching laps up here in the broadcast booth, as it looks like there is spaghetti wires galore everywhere. Everything is finally working. Want to officially welcome all of you guys here to Texas Motor Speedway. That's the place tonight where the Gen 4 leaders in the iRacing realm do battle tonight. Matt Metler up in the Tony Trapasso Memorial broadcast booth, flying solo this evening. The man, the myth, the legend, Donald Hickson Jr. in that legendary Budweiser number 8 Chevrolet carries the torch, looking a lot like Dale Jr. did here back in the year 2000 when he scored his first victory in the Cup Series. And my God, does that car ever so much remind me of that day. Can't believe it's been that long. As a child, I remember watching him win the DirecTV 500, and Donald Hickson Jr. has set a blistering pace this evening. Best lap so far, 29.68. Good for the fastest lap of the race. Last time by, though, a 31.77, so there is a bit of fall off here over the course of the run. As these Dr. Feelgoods transition to Feel Bads, this line continues to widen out as well, as this track does take rubber and they start to fade away. This track does act like a cheese grater. Really increases the amount of wear on these tires, especially if you choose to put your foot into this race car. Gen 4, they make all the horsepower, all the torque, part of which make this car very famous and part of the golden era of NASCAR, which it's often referred to. Ken Robnett back out there in competition in the 09 ride and picking right up with, you guessed it, Kyle Gray. How many times have we seen him in the 78 have some thrilling finishes right now, and they have a barn burner going on right now as Kyle Gray is going to try to throw the Louisville slider on him. Look at him say, uh-oh, watch this, boys. He threads the needle, John Bon Jovi style, living on a prayer. Check the box. Gray now moves into that second place position. Ken Robnett still holding on to that third and final podium position. Farnsworth, another driver, having a phenomenal run here this evening under the Texas sunshine in that silver bullet made famous by Sterling Marlin in the early 2000s. That is Hemi power under the hood as well, up 5 spots. Has entrenched himself in that fourth place position. A lot of people in the chat sounding off for this guy, Joe Stafford, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in the 32. Currently holds on to that 5th place position, putting up a fantastic effort here in the Lone Star State. Want to thank all of you guys for patiently waiting for us to work through these issues, and for you guys hanging around as well. Want to shout out John Woods for being here. Also, Joe Safford checking in the live stream as well. Not only is he out there on the track, he's also showing up in the chat. FGO Joe. A lot of love being said right now in the YouTube.com live side of things. Sound off. Let us know who you're rooting for. We'll shout you out and get your driver some extended screen time here as well. As we now work lap 122 of the scheduled 167 here from Texas Motor Speedway. Battle we were bringing you just a little bit ago that was really heated. Matt Sizzler, a.k.a. Sizzle Time, out of Michigan. The frozen tundra right now, as it's been a blistering chilly winter up there in the Northeast, or that region of the United States. My goodness. However, he's got a fire lit under that race car as he's up 9 positions since the initial drop of the green flag. We have been lean, mean, and green. No cautions for incident, as they often do here in the Dynasty Racing League. They only average about 1.65 cautions per race. And again, that seems to be the direction we're trending in here tonight. Real Deal Teal out of Augusta, Georgia. They're going to be in line for some severe weather this evening. A big multi-day severe weather event kicked off last night in more traditional Tornado Alley, now currently in Dixie Alley. And it is a 5 out of a 5 on the scale. It's indicated by the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. So if you guys are in those areas, make sure you have a way to get watches and warnings, as it's getting real in the field even through the overnight tonight. So Spencer Teal, one of those drivers, got to be keeping an eye to the sky as well. But right now, he is vibing in that race car with a solid 8th place effort. Out of Jackson, New Jersey, Dave Acacia, longtime competitor here on the DRL side of things. Currently in 9th, and Gary Farnsworth Jr. rounds out your top 10. Is he down pit road for his final stop this evening as he gets back up to speed? Buzzy Mongold pilots that 11th place position, shouting it back to Tony Stewart in the Home Depot Chevrolet. The man, the myth, the legend, the HMFIC head cook, chief, and bottle washer, James Pandolf from Bad Luck Racing in 12th. John Barry, Ralph Fastiano Sr., and Mad Max have all put it on the hauler, which leaves 13 cars out there in competition as it stands right now. Everyone chasing this man. Out of Green Valley, Missouri, Kyle Gray in that 78. Putting together a beautiful segment here. This stretch, that 78 has been the fastest car consistently out there on the racetrack. The interval back to second, Matty Sizzler. I see you in P2. Not 4, not 10, 14.12 seconds. As Kyle Gray's now going to give it up and lose it all as he's going to come down pit road. Did not have enough juice in the box to make it till the end. Critical money stop right here. No mistakes thus far. Needs a clean entry into his pit stall. Wants to get all 4 of those Goodyear Eagles locked inside those white lines, and he does. The crew's now going to go to work. Left side's on, now the right side's going on. And he will go at the drop of the jack, and he is down and away. Great execution there from the 78, and that's what you need to do here in DRL. You need to execute on all phases in all those 3 critical aspects of every race. Just keep your car out of harm's way. You got to survive to be alive at the end. You do that. You have some good pace out there on the racetrack. There's a good chance you're going to be in the thick of it. And as right now, pit stops underway. Now Matt Sizzler is going to give up the lead. As he had momentarily, he's going to stay out there, grab a point. As he's now on pit road. Brandon Broby in the 45 ride as well. This all happening while we're currently showing lap 132 on the scoring pylon. Real Deal Teal currently leads the way, showing P1 as he carries the torch here around Texas Motor Speedway. Great looking paint scheme on that car as well this evening. He was last down on lap 95, so he is going to have to pit one more time, as is Dave Acacia, who currently resides in that 2nd place position, doing a fantastic job here this evening. First car in line that has put 4 sticker tires on it and has filled up the fuel cell to get them to the finish of this is Kyle Gray, as he has been absolutely flawless here this evening. It's currently Kyle Gray in that 1st place position. Gary Farnsworth Jr. continues to impress in that Hemi-powered Dodge. I believe that is a Intrepid. It is a Dodge Intrepid out there on the racetrack. So you have Chevrolet P1, Dodge in 2nd, and then another Chevrolet there in 3rd of Ken Robnett. That's your podium. Donald Hickson Jr. in 4th. Bryce Brower, the Pied Piper of Bristol, who won that race last week. Currently having a great run here at Texas in 5th. Tell you what, Joe Stafford, though, is keeping him honest. In fact, he is dialing up the excitometer inside the cockpit of the 5 ride, as he is probably closer than Bryce would like. And you cannot forget about Sizzle Time in that 7th place position. James Pandolf now 8th, Muzzy Mongold 9th, and Spencer Teal is going to round out your top 10. So we currently work lap 136 of the scheduled 167. Take a look at tonight's weather, and you know what? While we have time, let's throw up tonight's race information since we did not get to cover that at the top of the broadcast. Let's go ahead and pop that on the main screen so all you folks at home can follow along. 84 degrees, ambient air temperature, 16% water drain. Rather dry conditions right now here for this time of the year in Texas. Cloudy, however, I believe that's more partly cloudy. There we go. There's the sun peeking through on the graphic. Winds out of the west at 8 miles an hour, could be gusting 9 to 12 at times. May pose an isolated threat here. Oh, whoa, hold on to it, buddy. Oh, that 20 car had it pointed every which way but straight. That was a Code Brown moment as we're currently looking at tonight's race information. Didn't anticipate that. This racetrack advertises a 1.50. Cookie Cutter, however, officially clocks in at 1.46 miles. In the track temp, it's a scorcher. North of the century mark, currently 112 degrees. So that's going to help increase the Waffle House factor out there. What do I mean by that? Feels like the Waffle House dumped the bacon grease out there. It's going to make things slick and make those tires even slicker, especially if you are not smooth and methodical on that loud pedal, being the throttle, of course. Ken Robnett missed him, I believe, last week at Bristol. Great to have him back out here now this evening. Yes, he is certainly one of the stars in the Dynasty Racing League in that 09 ride. Currently runs about 1.25 seconds off the pace. Then he had to go back to Farnsworth Jr. It's a similar situation for him, about 1.58 back of Robnett, 2.80 in back of P1. Kyle Gray down on lap 130, and he has the freshest tires as well, so he is primed and has everything aligned as well as he could possibly want it to be as far as the win, going for a win here tonight. Has the freshest shoes, has clean air, and has about 2 seconds between himself and the closest competition for a position. That's about best case scenario you're going to get right now if you are Kyle Gray. Robnett last down pit road, on lap 129, so he has a 1 lap deficit on those shoes, and oh, get skinny. 45 of Brandon Broby's going to take invasive action there to the high side of the racetrack. Remember, not that long ago, he was running almost in that 5th place position. Now finds himself in P12. Getting a report here that last pit stop may have not gone according to plan. He has spent some extra time down there on pit road under green flag conditions. So he currently runs 1 lap off the lead pace. Holding on to 12th right now. Now 11th place position. Tell you what, it is hot and heavy. World War II trench warfare style. Just in front of the 45 ride. Oh, this is getting skull. Not what you want to see this late in the race. Smothered and covered just how you want your Waffle House hash browns. 2x2 Noah's Ark situation there. Now he's going to clear the 74 of Pandolf. Now you have this 2x2 side-by-side battle going on just in front of him. You now join on board with Broby. He's got VIP tickets for this one. $23 laps to go here from Texas. We had to step aside, pay some bills, make sure our sponsors get the required plays here this evening before we end the broadcast. We're going to make this as fast as possible and get right back here to coverage all the way to the checkered flag, driver interviews, and more right here on Redline Racing Network. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to Red Line Racing Network, bringing you live coverage from Texas Motor Speedway here in the sim world. iRacing, of course, Dynasty Racing League doing their thing out on the racetrack as they do each and every night. After all, the nighttime is the right time for DRL in prime time. Kyle Gray continues to mop up the competition here in the late going as we're just 14 laps remaining in this one. However, Ken Robnett is trying to keep it honest, as he is now broke the 3-second barrier. However, I'm not sure he's going to have enough time to get there. He's really going to have to pick up a couple tenths a lap here. That car behind him in that 45 is not for position. 45 currently being scored in 10th. Next car in third place going to be Donald Hickson Jr. However, he's about 3.94 seconds back, and he has a mireful of Farnsworth Jr. in that Coors Light Dodge. For all intents and purposes, that green flag pit stop does what it pretty much does in real life. It has really strung out this field. In fact, we are more strung out than a methadone clinic right now, if you want to get technical. But hey, you cannot discount that, because these drivers, what they do consistently, each and every time they suit up here in prime time, just the fact that they're able to run this race car, as difficult it is to drive. He took the red line car out there pre-race, and I about mowed every fence down possible in that thing. I couldn't even turn a lap time remotely close to some of these guys, and just a testament to how good they are behind the virtual wheel. So, thanks to all our friends in the YouTube.com live side of things, apparently Joe Safford is the senior who is currently in the middle of a dogfight between him and the 5 of Bryce Breuer, Florida's favorite driver. About 25 minutes south of me, it's a side-by-side John 4 special. Through the turns, 3 and 4 complex, the 32 is going to peel off and come down pit road with just 10 laps to go. Crew chief got on the radio and said, hey, man, we are not going to make it. We don't have enough go-go juice in the tank. The 32 coming down for a splash and go. But what a great run for Senior, as he is currently in his pit stall for the final time this evening. He is down and away, quick stop as expected. He may lose 8th place, but he should hold on to a solid top 10. Remember, he's going to have new shoes, but not a lot of time to use them. As he now gets back on the loud pedal, that glorious V8 comes roaring back to life, up through the H pattern, and he is going to send it qualifying style. For the final 8 remaining laps, let's see if he can gather back any of those positions that he lost. You know, I applaud the strategy there. I think he was trying to go the distance and gamble on the fuel mileage strategy. And sometimes, hey, if you can't beat them straight up on speed, the best way to upset their, throw a monkey wrench in their plans, is do something that they're not doing. And I like the call here by Senior. As he comes back up to speed, he is going to be the fastest car out there on the racetrack, as they're all catching this man, Kyle Gray. Longest 7 laps of his life currently underway under the Texas sunshine. No change for position as far as from where they qualified. Ken Robnett started P2, currently resides in second. Similar for the Budweiser number 8, piloted by Donald Hickson Jr., started P3, currently even with the board. Hickson currently 6 seconds off of first place, and again, 3.33 between him and Robnett, as there's some moderate spacing between them. Closest battle on the racetrack right now is going to be just outside the top 10. Brandon Broby there. Then you have James Pandolf, and they're about 0.8 of a second apart from one another, as we now have the gentleman's handshake lap in the air. 5 laps to go from the Lone Star State. Let's now lock the cameras in on Kyle Gray, your leader, and rightfully deserving of it, as he's put up one heck of a driving performance this evening. That car still looks showroom brand new, not one scratch, not one dent on that 78. So we now jump on board with Kyle Gray. Let's go all out, crank it up here one time before we get the checkered flag here. Go ahead, take that dial, turn it on up with us right here on Redline Racing Network.
Second.
And I'm out of fuel.
I believe Matt got started at awesome time. And everyone else will be at Martinsville, I believe, this next week, followed by Talladega.
Let me get the opposite. Yeah, Talladega did Martinsville. Good win, Kyle.
Yep, thank you, Matt.
Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push.
I hope you guys are wrong, because I got my girl coming down to see me in Georgia, and I don't want to miss that race.
Pull up a little closer, Donald. There we go. Kyle, come over here.
Officially get set to transition to post-race coverage here on Red Light Racing Network. We're going to quickly change the graphics. We'll be right back with driver interviews and more as we wrap up coverage from Texas. Be back in 30 seconds.
Was it like a lap or two?
Race fans, welcome back to Red Light Racing Network as Kyle Gray put on a Texas-sized performance down there on the asphalt and punches his ticket here into victory lane. He's going to be getting the 6 shooters and more as he is once again a winner in the Dynasty Racing League. Solid performance, going big all out for the W. Again, Ken Robnett's going to come home second. Donald Hickson third. That's your podium. Those 3 drivers you will be hearing from and more here just in a moment as they're finishing up talking with their teams, their family, and friends before they join us up here in the Tony Trapassa Memorial broadcast booth, just like they do each and every Saturday evening right here on Red Light Racing Network. Again, I want to thank all of you folks for joining us here tonight. I do apologize tremendously for the problems here at the start of the broadcast. Everything was fine, perfect, and then, for whatever reason, the main connection decided it just did not want to cooperate. Glad we were able to make it happen and get you guys what you came to see tonight. Once again, we do apologize for the coverage interruption here. Just thankful we were able to get the finish of this great race in this evening as we now transition to driver interviews. And in fact, it looks like, let's refresh this here. This is a big run, too, for Ken Robnett, as he missed the Bristol race last week, back out on the racetrack this week and picking right up where he left off. Solid second place position, or second place finish for him. Let's see if these drivers are now standing by, ready to jump up here in the broadcast booth. Let's jump right down in here. Let's coming through the back door. Ken Robnett, Matt up top of the booth. You got a copy, boss. I'll tell you what, tonight did not go as planned. We lost our main connection during the pre-countdown to race or hype video, if you want to call it that. And my goodness, it had me sweating. We were able to get that fixed. And you put on a heck of a show out there. It seems like every time you show up in that Tops 09 ride, you are laser focused, ready to execute. And if you could bet on iRacing and DraftKings or Sportsbook, you would definitely be on my roster because you are always somewhere on the podium or in victory lane. How are you able to put together such a well-executed run here at Texas tonight against such great competition?
I mean, really, it just took a little bit of practice and running with Kyle Gray. He helped out a lot. He put in a lot of work. So want to shout out to him for a well deserved win. But the rest of it was up to the pit crew. The pit crew of the '09 Tops machine was absolutely phenomenal. I feel like we were one of the best, if not the best, on pit road again this week. So
Absolutely.
just want to get a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my boys there. That first caution that came out, I guess really on that second set of tires that we ran, that first caution coming out really kind of took away, my, how can you say it, my freebie area or whatnot. But it is what it is. It's just how it rolls. Had a good night, though.
You absolutely did. And, you mentioned fastest cars on pit road. And I think sometimes, the importance there gets lost. But however, since, those caution flags are far few and in between here on, in DRL, which means you're pitting under green flag conditions. I mean, the amount of time that you spend on pit road, that delta from the time you hit the cone to stopping in your box to getting that work done and back out on the racetrack, I mean, that can make you or break you. And you have found a way. It seems like no matter which racetrack we go to, you are always the fastest in that department. Do you prepare for that on a weekly basis, or do you just have a natural gift of just being able to nail pit road each and every time like it's the last time?
Well, I know you guys have seen me around a couple of times now. There's been quite a few races that I've lost due to pit road. So it's one of those things that when I'm hitting it, it's good, and when I'm not, it's that black flag and that second trip down pit road hurts a whole lot. So I've been fortunate the last two times I've ran with you guys that I've been able to nail it, and allowed me to run a little bit harder in those fresh tires with those guys and just kind of play with them a little bit. And then really, because I knew in my head, I knew I had that pit road advantage, sewed up. Making up the time there getting on entry. I think that last time on Donald, I think he was like 4 seconds ahead of me at the end of the run. And then by the time we got to pit road, I was almost right on his bumper. So it's, you got to send it. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't.
You're absolutely right. And there's been plenty of times, I'm sure, where you've had those mistakes on the money stop where it's came back to haunt you. I know I've done it. But, hey, those moments make you stronger. And once again, a well-executed race. And here you are in the top three. Congratulations on a second-place finish, Ken. Before I cut you loose, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the Tops 09 ride?
Again, first a shout out to, Kyle Gray. He put in a lot of work this week, a lot of laps, and, the communication between me and him was superb. We actually, got a game plan together, and it worked out for us. And he ended up walking away with the dub with an amazing pit call strategy, stating out those last couple of laps where we really had to save. Big props to him. He did what he had to do to win it.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher here tonight. Always bringing the high fly and high octane racing action each and every time he straps into DRL competition. The one and only Ken Robnett. Look for him to carry that momentum into next week and throughout the course of this season. Thanks for joining me up top. Have a great rest of your evening. And if you don't mind me asking, just where might be Kyle Gray? And, he's right where he should be. Disregard.
I knew he was around here somewhere.
He was hiding under the one rock I didn't look under.
Hey, big shout out to you, Matt. Everything you do. It's always appreciated.
I appreciate that very much, my friend. Thank you, Ken. As we now talk to tonight's winner pilot of the number 78. That was a lean, mean fighting machine out there on the racetrack. Kyle Gray, welcome back to Victory Lane. You got yourself another one here in DRL. How you feeling after that performance tonight?
I feel pretty good. It was interesting race. Didn't need to see that last caution, but um, I just kind of took care of my tires early and kind of pushed it here and there, and just kind of see where everybody's leveling out on setting their race pace. And after that, everything just kind of folded my way.
You know, you mentioned race pace. You know, is there a target race pace that you practice over the course of the week based upon the tire fall off and fuel consumption, or is it more of just a feel inside the race car of what you're looking for?
It's a mixture of everything. You just got to know your limit of pushing. You got to feel the car and see how much fuel, and you got to be able to strategize how you're going to play a fuel to capitalize that our people are short on fuel. And I was able to do that, and it worked out.
Absolutely did. And, you know, it seems like when we come to these mile-and-a-half racetracks, this really seems to fall into your wheelhouse. I mean, you can tell just how you execute out there on the racetrack. Very confident decisions. How are you, speaking of confident decisions, how are you able to necessarily just have that mindset throughout the course of the whole race? You never really seem to get flustered out there on the racetrack. You know, even if you happen to make a mistake, you're able to just bounce right back from it. And almost kind of like Superman. You know, if something happens, it doesn't go your way, you don't let it phase you. You just get up on the wheel and you go back out there and make it happen. And once again, wind up here in Victory Lane tonight. How are you able to keep that mentality out there during those grueling times on the racetrack?
Just, basically what I mean by running a main race pace. You see people that race really hard around you, and then you see people that just kind of just relax, and so you kind of change your tempo. And usually people that racing hard, they fall off. So when they fall off, it plays in your favor, and you just gotta pay attention to your fuel and everybody else. I mean, Donald ran a good run. I mean, he was pretty tough. I was running pretty hard a little bit, and he changed his line a little bit, but I stayed out longer than he did, so I had better tires, so I was able to hang with him.
Yeah, that after that final pit stop or the money stop, you were not only the first car transitioning back or cycling back to the lead, you also had the freshest shoes out of anybody inside the top three, as you pit on lap 130, Rob Nett on 129, as did Donald Hickson Jr. So they tried to undercut you a little bit, and you still had enough performance and able to execute on pit road, coming down a lap later and able to keep that 78 out there in clean air. And again, what a remarkable drive. Great job from you once again out here tonight, Kyle. Before I cut you loose, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the 78?
I gotta thank Moza. They sent me a nice update on getting my steering cooler. When I run short track, it overheats and messes my short track game up. Thank my wife for doing everything, let me do what I can, and I thank my buddy Kid and RobNet for what we do, and you guys, the broadcast, and on the next week.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The master of Texas in the big house goes absolutely spectacular status, has a missile of a race car. He's across the finish line first. No one gets it done in Texas like Kyle Gray. He's your winner here tonight. Thank you for joining me up here in the booth. You have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to speaking with you again really soon.
Thank you, sir.
That, of course, your winner here tonight, but certainly last but not least, Donald Hickson. I was talking about the way your car reminded me of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s first win here back in 2000 in that iconic Bud number 8. That car really seemed to have some excellent long run speed as well. Congratulations on a third place finish. Welcome back to the Tony Trapasso Memorial Booth. And are you fired up after that run tonight?
I am. I felt pretty confident coming into Texas because I've typically ran pretty well here in the past, and then I'm not surprised to be racing with Kyle. It's usually who I end up racing with. I felt like I could have won. I mean, I wish I would have pitted when he did to really be able to tell, but because he had a lot of pace at the end too as well, and I had to make sure I made it on gas. I barely made it, but that he ran it smarter than I did at the end, and I was just focusing on hitting my marks, trying not to abuse the right front, and just be consistent, trying not to make mistakes, and I still ended up top 3, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it was like I was talking about with Kyle Gray, and he even, shouted you out, throwing some shade at you. When you just have a knack for a racetrack, when you have that confidence coming into this race, and I've had the privilege of watching you race now here for quite some time, and I knew you were going to be one of the ones to watch coming into this race. But when you have that extra confidence, coming into a race like this against such good competition, I don't want that to be, left by the wayside. There is some of the best Gen 4 racers in this league, in this series, and I firmly believe that. What kind of a boost does that give you as a driver, knowing that, hey, this competition is probably some of the best Gen 4 drivers out there on the servers, but that you've done it here before and that you're fast here? Does that just kind of help you get you over that next hurdle, if you will? Does it help you, settle in and just get down to work when that green flag drops?
Yeah, I feel really confident in myself. I've put a lot of time in this car. Not even this combo too as well. Like last year, I remember when this is I was really getting into like my most active year last year, and this track was one of the weeks. I don't know how many I ran that week, but I know I ran with Kyle quite a bit, and it just seemed to fit me as well too. I like this track too because it'll return the favor if you're easy on your tires, at least on the start of the run. That's why sometimes I would kind of fall back a little bit as well. Me and Kyle kind of had the same idea, like just don't burn our stuff up at the beginning, and we ended up running Ken down at the end. I'm just disappointed in myself for not winning an extra lap or two.
It's easy to say that once you climb out of the race car and you're not in the heat of the moment. But from my perspective, man, you drove the heck out of that race car tonight. You were focused, you were on point, had some bad fast speed, and incredible long run speed out of that Budweiser number 8. Heck of a job by you. Glad to see you up here in the booth again. And before I cut you loose, who do you want to thank? Who helps you get it done on the 8? The floor is yours.
Well, I do want to thank the league for honestly being as clean as it is. All the drivers, everyone buying their P's and Q's, like everyone's racing hard but clean.
Well said.
Well, it's fun. It's funny because Kyle actually, I heard him think Mozo, but I didn't even think about that because I actually really love my Logitech wheel. I mean, it's just a G29, but like it hasn't given me problems, and I actually have really developed into a better driver with it. I eventually want to go to direct drive, but get there one day. The broadcast as well. You always sounds very professional. I enjoy hearing the playback and stuff too, and like the comments, right questions, like you're real engaged. I love that. It's really cool, and that's about it.
Well, Donald, I appreciate that. I do try to put the time and attention and detail into this. I know you guys work hard out there on the racetrack. You guys prepare hard, and I like to match that intensity up here, or at least that that effort every time I'm up here in the booth. And I appreciate the feedback. And just as you say that, when you go back and watch this broadcast, speaking of Ken Robnett, he has seemed to invoke the Matrix on us and has taken over my camera, and I have not been able to take it off of his race car since I have interviewed him. I've done everything. I cannot get the camera off of his race car. So just a heads up when you do go and watch this race back like you often do. I appreciate the honesty from you. Always a great interview. You always tell it like it is, and I respect you for that. And, man, I hope you have a great evening. Want to wish you the best, and hopefully you carry this momentum into next week, and we're speaking with you again really soon, bud.
Yep, Talladega next week.
That's right.
I can't really rip the fence there like you can here at the end of a run, but I just want to not make it out. I just want to make it out because obviously Daytona didn't really do me any favors to put me in the hole in points to start, so I'm just trying not to have a repeat of that. We'll see what happens.
I'll tell you what, I am a restrictor plate racer. That's where I put the time and attention that I have into it. Daytona killed me to be up here in the booth broadcasting because I wanted to be down on the racetrack, and it is going to be the same thing when we unload at Talladega next week. And I know that one is going to be a high octane thriller, and you're out for redemption, so we'll be keeping our eye on you next week as well, my friend.
You got it. Yes, I'm definitely looking to do better at restricted plates this time around. I know I can. I just need to not put myself in bad positions to either get wrecked or what have you. Run the bottom too more often, so you have options if a wreck does break out in front of you.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Hickson Jr. The Budweiser Clydesdales were vibing. He had some serious boogie under the hoodie. Comes home with a solid top 3 or 3rd place finish. Look for him next week to really crank it up from Alabama as we go back to the plate racing here, the Gen 4 side of things. Thanks for joining me up here in the booth, and I'll be speaking with you again really soon. Donald, thanks for your time.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too as well. And that's going to conclude post-race interviews here on Red Line Racing Network. And again, really appreciate all the thoughts, the feedback, the analysis, and just the openness of a lot of these drivers. Sometimes, people come up here, they say what they're supposed to say. They won't really be, I'll use the word raw or real with you, but not these guys, and I certainly appreciate it. And heck of a performance again tonight. It is not an easy task going out there and only having one caution for incident over 300 miles of competition, and these guys make it look easy. I mean, even at Darlington of all places, lean, mean, and green. It's truly a tremendous job that James and the staff, the admins have done here. Cannot thank James Pandolf enough for everything that he does to make sure this league is as efficient and as best as it possibly can be each and every given Saturday night. Also have to thank Black Magic, our official custom wraps and designs partner. You want to put some new vibe in your ride, get out of the static, go see the boys at Black Magic. David Dunwoody and those guys will give you 100% authentic design. You remember, it's good for 2/10 out there on the racetrack. And then, of course, Team Watson Racing Setups, our official setup shop. You want to put the boogie under the hoodie, join more than a family. Team Watson Racing Setups can really turn your racecraft around, get you supercharged, reloaded, and put you back out on the racetrack. That confidence that we were hearing about from some of these other drivers in the interviews tonight. That is Team Watson Racing Setups. Let them know Red Line Racing Network sent you. And as the late, great Tony Trapasso used to say, as you walk down the road of life this week, do us all a favor. Don't play in traffic, and we'll see you next time right here on Red Line